So we've had some fueling issues with the Cummins here. We took it for a test drive and it was just not building any boost and pedal to the floor. We couldn't really get a lot of power out of it, so we were trying to figure out some stuff, and through our troubleshooting we've determined that we were just using the stock fuel tank, the stock gas fuel tank, and the lines that were in it. So I feel we were having an underfueling issue. Once I've hooked up the pressure gauge here, we're only sitting at about 10 psi, and I think it's just kind of fallen on its face. So we've upgraded. Right now we're just kind of testing. I've bought some half-inch line with pipe thread on both ends, and this is rated for fuel and suction. So we're going to run that right from the lift pump to the tank. And we might have to end up putting a sump in there because I don't see any other way to get it in the tank. But right now we're just going to stick it in a jerry can just to see if that's the problem. In order to do that, though, first I'm going to have to tear apart this lift pump a little bit, because they've got it, because it was an industrial engine. As you can see, my fuel inlet does not go right into the lift pump. It actually goes into this other housing that gives us the option of another filter or maybe a water separator that goes there, but either way there's nothing there. So our fuel inlet comes in here and then goes straight down to the lift pump, and then out from there up to the main filter here. So anyways, we've got a 3/8 barb fitting here and just a 3/8 hose, and we're running that all the way to the tank. And then what I've done in the tank is this is the stock Chevy fuel pump and fuel gauge sending unit that we want to keep. I'm going to keep the pump intact and just have the option down the road to maybe transfer to a dual tank or use it as a transfer pump to a tidy tank or something. So we're going to keep this fuel pump in here and intact. But what I've done is I bought this bulkhead fitting, just 3/8 pipe on both ends, and it's going to go in there, and then I've got a hose barb that threads into the top of it, and then we're just using 3/8 brake line actually, with a little adapter here that adapts our brake line fitting into 3/8 pipe. So that's going to thread into the bottom of this, and we'll be in the tank, and we'll bend it a little bit so it clears the fuel pump, and we'll cut it so it's the right length, so it's not dragging right on the bottom. And that's what we're going to do for our fuel pickup. And here it is, fully assembled. So our bulkhead fitting, I put an O-ring on top of that just to keep it keep the dust and dirt out. And we're just going to run a 3/8 line. The factory return is still there. The factory fuel level sender is still there. And our pickup tube is going to sit about a 1/2 inch off the bottom of the tank. Okay, time to put it back in. There, it's in. Where's our fuel line now?